What up, everybody? How you doing out there in YouTube land? Got a boldy oldie here, a good one for me. One of the top kind of really weird, cool pieces of music that happened in my lifetime. This is from back in the early '70s when I was still in junior high school, that time frame, right between them, I think. So I was probably 14, 15, 16 maybe when this was dropped by David Bowie, of all people. I've always liked David Bowie. Dude is strange as F, but, I mean, he's a weird duck. But he put out some awesome music during his time, and this one is one of my favorites. It's called Space Odyssey, and it kind of pokes a little bit at the space industry and the space race and rockets and astronauts and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, so do the thumb and the stuff down there. You know the deal. And let's go ahead and get into this. Here we go. David Bowie and Space Odyssey. I'm going to turn it up a little bit.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
All right. Can you imagine? Could you imagine the cojones it takes to step out of a rocket ship out into space? Just gives me the chills thinking about it. So David Bowie came out with the Space Odyssey song. And you know, it did an awful lot for America and for the space program. It really did. Having witnessed it first time myself, because I was kind of into that kind of stuff back then, still am to some degree. It made it part of our daily bread. It made it part of our culture. It made it part of our environment. Unlike the very sterile kind of reporting that we would get when the TV cameras were showing a rocket go up or a rocket explode and kill a bunch of people. And David Bowie doing this song, it highlighted the danger involved, which of course is got to be upfront and paramount in all thinking regarding space travel. Frankly, any travel. I don't care if you're on horseback. You got to be considering stuff. But I think by David Bowie bringing this into the lexicon and making this part of our culture on a daily basis, the acceptance of that, the normalization of that, the recognition that we're human beings, but hey, this is something we can do. It wasn't as abstract as just watching it on TV. Here, everyone's singing along and listening to the story. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Very powerful lyrics in this. I think David is an amazing, amazing songwriter. I mean, this guy is so far out there. He's so far out there, he's come in on the other side. I mean, he's gone completely around. This guy is just lunatic stuff. And yet, you know, his music is just awesome. Awesome. I remember listening to him, you know, people talk about him at Studio 54 in New York, the club, and all the fun they were having and stuff there. It was a whole different environment. But man, David really brought it home with Space Odyssey. This is a great piece of music. Shut up. Dogs are barking. In any event, I hope you like listening to Space Odyssey. It's one of my favorite pieces of music of all time. This was not a first time reacting. I've listened to David sing this many, 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 many times. Had the album, had the t-shirt long ago, wore it out and threw it out. So in any event, get in the comment section, give me your thoughts on this, and I'm going to go find something else to listen to. Thanks, friends.